Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I do these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic, you know? Especially on a Christmas Eve when you gotta go to work. But it is what it is. We all got jobs to do. Today, I think we'll talk about the defensive side of the ball. Because Lord knows, as inept as the offense has been, the defense was especially a big disappointment, don't you think? From the coaches down to the player execution has been poor this season. How do y'all go from, I think, 4th in total defense last year to this putrid 20-something? Well, I think they said it's like measured out to 11th, but if you look at it on the field, we're 20-something. Easy. From Rod Marinelli and Chris Richard, they've done nothing to turn the team around this year. Marinelli's schemes are pretty obvious. Tampa 2, come on. They've been figuring out the Tampa 2 since 2000, 2001. It's 2020 almost. You think your Tampa 2 defense is still working? Nah, bruh. Chris Richard, you trying to make our defense look like the freaking Legion of Boom, and they're not. And it was never more evident than the 2 times you had your boy Malcolm Smith, linebacker, line up in the slot against a wideout. Are you out your mind? That man was not going to cover no wideout. Not too many linebackers can cover a wideout. And the fact that, I think the first time, he was completely lost in the play. Because if you look at the replay, he was looking back at the quarterback the whole time that the play was happening. By the time he figured out what was going on, it was much too late. And Xavier Woods had to come over and make the tackle. Now, I think, you know, the way Richard had it back in Seattle, he was thinking he had some help in the back end. But I don't think the back end got that memo. So it didn't seem like they had that communication. Now, if you're still going to run Tampa 2 and you're going to have Michael Bennett on the line and you're going to have somebody like Michael Smith on the linebacker level, you needed a Earl Thomas or somebody who knows Richard's system as a safety. So then you'd have the succession of levels on all 3 that somebody who knows what the deal is can communicate to the rest of the team, you know? Because trying to get the Cowboys who have been drafted to come along the same scheme that Richard has used in Seattle is not going to work unless you get some of them Seattle boys to help people figure out where they should line up, where they should be, and can communicate stuff at all times. It just doesn't work that way because Richard's been here, 2 years? And the guys you draft are just not built for your scheme or what you're trying to do as your scheme. Because you're letting Marinelli take over freaking the draft, and you keep drafting his guys, Taco, Tristan Hill, and that's screwing over the secondary, which is your section of the defense. And you're not getting a Tyler Rapp or a Juan Thornhill, so this ball hawking safety you're not getting is making us look bad on the back end because Xavier Woods is now not stepping up. So what was the point of bypassing all that for a guy who's not even getting on the field? I mean, it's just a cluster from there. I mean, they said Taco and Tristan Hill were Marinelli's choices at the drafts. That's why they decided to take those players on his recommendations over somebody like TJ Watt. Now that looks stupid in hindsight. And any safety in last year's draft over Hill, which is stupid in hindsight. But it is what it is. That's what you wanted to go with. You thought your defensive coaches knew more as football guys than your GM, who admittedly, most of the time, you're spot on, but for some reason, they're lacking. Whoever's giving y'all the scouting report is probably spot on with their scouting, but you guys are taking your pet projects and it's not working at all. So recommendation, coaches need to go. Oh, quick note. Out of the 22 or 25 coaches, coordinators, assistants on the coaching staff, 18 are going to be out of contracts at the end of the season. 18 out of 22 or 25. That's a lot of your coaches that you're going to have to turn around in the offseason. So, even though we may get rid of Garrett and pretty much most of the coaching staff, don't expect a quick turnaround for the Cowboys in the next 2 to 3 years, because they're going to take a while to get used to something new. And if we're not drafting well or don't have the guys that come in and know what they're doing, or you're going to have to learn on the fly, it's going to be a while. So, just a quick little note about how many coaches are going to be gone. From the coaches, you got Lynn Bloom, Matt Eberflus disciple for the linebackers. I don't know what happened there. It seemed more that last year the linebackers played better with Sean Lee on the sideline and giving them help as a coach, player coach, instead of the actual coach. Because you see this year they've regressed badly. We don't know if just because LVE has the neck issue is a big problem, but you could tell he was not the same LVE as last year. So something had to be wrong with him. And as much as these guys want to come out here and say they're 100%, are they better? They're not. And it's showing on the field, and they're just trying to get on the field to make a paycheck. For the love of the game, they say. But it's hurting us as a team in the long run. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much the big name coaches on that side of the ball. Marinelli, Richard, and Bloom. And all the assistants underneath them. I'd have to say, look, if they don't do something in this last game against Washington, which I'm probably not going to watch, and create like 3, 4, 5 turnovers or fumbles or something on defense, just blow it up. Just all the coaches need to go. All the coaches need to go, and your player talent is going to be highly evaluated. Excuse me. With how many free agents we got coming on the defensive and offensive sides of the ball, it's going to be almost like Troy Aikman said, a complete breakdown of this team. So that's why I'm like, don't give any encouragement for the next couple years that this team is going to compete. Because like college, this is about to be a teardown and a restart from scratch. Most of the line is probably going to be gone. Other than your newly highest paid player at defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence, who's done nothing. Most of your line is pretty much gone. They're pretty much all free agents. Bennett voided out of his contract and probably won't want to be back. Quinn, he was only on this 1-year rental. He looks great compared to all the other guys. I don't know if they'll want to keep him because he's going to command a little bit better price due to his productivity this year. Let's see, Antoine Woods, free agent, Malik Collins, Covington. It's just a lot of guys that's not going to be here next year, more than likely. If they can get them on the cheap, that's your best bet. But we'll see. Sorry, there's an accident over there. Linebackers. Sean Lee is up. Van Der Esch and Jalen will be there around for a while. Joe Thomas is up. Malcolm Smith was just this rental with Sean Lee questionable and Joe Thomas questionable. No real linebackers after LVE and Jalen Smith. Your secondary is going to be decimated. I think Jeff Heath is up. Xavier Woods. No, I think Woods is staying. Darian Thompson, Donovan Wilson, those are practice squad guys who had to get activated just due to injury. Byron Jones is up. Anthony Brown is up, and more than likely he's done. Don't know about Byron Jones. It doesn't seem like they're putting him as a priority. So he's probably gone out the door. Yeah, Kayvon Frazier. I know it's been a while since we talked about him since he went on the IR early in the season. He's gone. I mean, like I said, starting with the defense today, it's going to be a decimation from coaches to players all over. That defense is going to be just changed. My opinion, I like the 4-3 defense. I think it's a pretty decent defense if you can disguise it well. You can do a lot of things with it. Going back to 3-4 would have been a good idea if you got TJ Watt, because he's perfected as a rush man in the 3-4. Just like DeMarcus Ware. He lined up almost as defensive end throughout his career because we were running the 3-4. And he lined up on the edge most of the time. And he might as well have been a defensive end instead of a outside linebacker, the way he was playing. And again, hindsight, you look stupid not getting TJ when you could have used him like that, or just had him, LVE, and Jalen Smith, and you still would have been great. But he didn't fit our scheme, and y'all didn't think he could play what we were doing, which was stupid. Compared to Taco, who didn't fit our scheme and did absolutely nothing. Yeah, top to bottom, it's going to be a change coming there. So that's my opinion on the defense today. Tomorrow I'll probably do special teams, and I'll see you then. Happy Christmas Eve. Thank you again for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. Oh yeah, well, special teams is not that many, so I could probably do a quick video on Christmas for that. We'll see. If not, it'll be the day after. But everybody have a good one. Be safe. Be merry. Whatever your denomination is, if you celebrate Christmas or not, enjoy. Be with family. We never know how much longer we have to be with them, you know. All right. Stay blessed. Peace.